Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums. Thank you so much for joining me for the Capricorn full moon pick a card tarot reading. Now, the Capricorn full moon, also known as the strawberry moon, occurs on Monday, June 29th at 4:57 p.m. Pacific time or 7:57 p.m. Eastern time. So please adjust to your location on the planet. We also have this Capricorn full moon trining with Chiron in Taurus. Chiron is the wounded healer. Taurus represents the second house of finances and career. We also have Mercury retrograding in Cancer, and we have Jupiter moving into Leo. And Mercury will be in retrograde until July 23rd. And with Mercury in retrograde, this is a good time to review and reevaluate, but it's also a great time for relaxing and recovering your energies. Now, with the strawberry moon, it represents a ripening, finding that sweet moment of when things in your life are ripening. The full moon is a great time to illuminate those areas of your life. So we have 3 piles to choose from. This is pile 1 with the rhodonite sphere. This is pile 2 with the clear quartz sphere. And this is pile 3 with the opalite sphere. Take your time in choosing your pile. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and that's your intuition letting you know that there's a message for you in that pile as well. I'll begin with pile 1. There'll be timestamps down below for the other readings, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you were drawn to the rhodonite sphere, welcome to your reading. We're going to look at your 3 moon cards first, and then we'll dive into the tarot, and then we'll go into a couple more oracle cards. So we begin with the first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Next, we have balance. And I like that with that first quarter moon in Libra because Libra is about balance. And then we have the healing moon, seek healing. And we do have Chiron trining with this full moon. And Chiron is the wounded healer. So this is really nice, seeking healing. This could be an emotional healing with keeping your heart open and balancing your emotions, how you feel about things. So let's dive in a little bit deeper with this reading with the tarot. I'm using the tarot of the Moon Garden. And we begin with the Eight of Swords. Okay, dealing with some fears. And dealing with fears can certainly impact our heart. So, and that fear needs healing because in this card, she is surrounded by swords and her eyes are covered. So this is asking you to tune into your intuition and maybe asking you to seek answers within your heart. And there are ways to get out of this Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords can be an emotionally stuck situation. The swords also represent our mind. Maybe you're stuck on How do I get out of a situation or change your situation? And sometimes we get frozen in fear on where to move. And this is a perfect time for experimenting. Next, we have the lovers. Okay, the lovers do represent a choice. It is ruled by Gemini, and so there can be this duality of energy. And for some of you, this could be the Eight of Swords could have something to do with fears around relationships. And the lovers also represents what kind of relationship do you have with yourself. The lovers represent our divine feminine and divine masculine energies that we all have within ourselves. And is there some aspect of that that you feel stuck in or you're afraid to move forward on? Next, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, the Three of Pentacles is the dream team makes the dream work. This is also adding that finding your style, your unique style. And we learn our own style by practicing and learning from the masters or those who have succeeded in that area that you're interested to succeed in. And we do have Chiron in Taurus, which does represent our career, our finances, how we show up in the world. And maybe you want to move forward on a business that you want to create, or maybe this is a business that you have created as a side business or turning a hobby into a business. And I feel like that you might feel a little emotionally stuck on making that decision. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. And this is an indication that you are meant to move forward. The Knight of Swords is clearing your path. All the knights are instigators of change, and there is change coming forward that is clearing your path. And I feel like that is the universe or source guiding you towards the direction that you're meant to go in. What path do you have of the least resistance? That is the universe guiding you to your path. And then we have Temperance. Okay, this is a card of self-alchemy, of preparation, preparing yourself to go on this path that leads you to your hopes and dreams, to claiming your crown of glory. But it does seem like that there are some certain changes that you need to make within yourself. This could have something to do with your confidence, putting your heart into what it is that you really truly love to do. And when you do that which you truly love, following your bliss, your path will open up, and you are meant to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and perhaps doing the legal things to make your business legal if that applies and resonates with you. But it is certainly a card, Temperance is a card of preparing yourself to go on your path. You now see your path, and now you prepare to dedicate yourself to your true path. Let's get some clarifying cards on here for you. I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot for your clarifying. Okay, on the Eight of Swords, we have the Chariot. this way or that way. So I do feel like that maybe here you might fear your own success. I know that might sound silly, but there are many people who fear success, their own success, because of their fear of failing, taking that chance. Well, this is encouraging you to take your chance. Keep your heart open. Seek healing because the temperance is also a kind of healing. And I do feel like that you are being supported by love. On the Lover's card, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card. It shows that you are building your legacy. This could also represent a financial windfall, an inheritance, as well as family business. On the Three of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the ripening, and the strawberry moon, Capricorn full moon, is about the ripening, the proper time, the right time for the picking for this most sweetest fruit. And it is a card of patience. You may have been building your business here with the Three of Pentacles, and it is something that is uniquely yours. And I do feel like that you are contributing to your family, or maybe part of the fear that you feel is you have a secure job, but you want to move forward. So this is certainly something that you can do on the side for a extra income. On the Knight of Swords, we have the Ten of Cups. This is something that you truly love to do, and I do feel like that you are putting forth the effort to clearing the path so that you can manifest your dream. The Ten of Cups is the happy moment, the happy life, living your potential to the fullest. And the Knight of Swords is opening and clearing that path for you. On the Temperance card, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is the dark night of the soul, and it is also shining your light in the darkness. You can see what you need to see. It's like driving at nighttime. You can only see so far and so much around you with your headlights on, but you can still travel great distances. And here we have the Chariot. And the Chariot does have a headlight here. So when the time is right, you just simply turn on your light to shine through the darkness and you can still travel. So if you're feeling a little stuck in your darkness, discover what is inside you. And the Hermit is encouraging you to look into the darkness and to seek that healing, keeping your heart open and balancing your life with your career, because we do have a lot of pentacles here to encourage you in your business endeavors. Okay, let's get you an Earth Magic card. Capricorn is an Earth sign. And we have for you the autumnal equinox, release. Okay, again, I feel like that you are meant to release some emotional blockage. And this may take until the autumnal equinox, which occurs in September. So you may be doing this healing throughout all of summer, as well as choosing your right moment for the picking. And with this on the Three of Pentacles, I feel like that there is some stage in what it is that you want to do, what you want to create. The time is now. This full moon is illuminating that sweet moment for that. At the bottom of the deck, we have the lake in stillness. And this is a great time for reflection. And with that Mercury going in retrograde, it is a perfect time for reflecting on what needs healing, where you can move forward at, or maybe have a trial run at something to see if something works. This is a time of experimenting. And with this Temperance card, this is experimenting. And that experimentation is going to show you new ways, bring about a blending that is going to help prepare you to move forward. So let's get you a magical spell card, because the full moon is about manifestation and illumination. And it's always fun to do a little magic. And here we have peace with number 9. Rigid goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace flame. And maybe that is where you need healing. I feel like that goes very nicely with that stillness card of the lake, a time of reflection, finding some peace so that you can relax and allow your fears to release, just as the trees release their leaves in the autumn time. And I feel like that it is something that you've been holding on to, but now is the time to let it go. And now let's get you some pearls of wisdom. These are positive affirmations, and hopefully they will guide you. And we have, my process is always moving forward. And I feel like that goes very nicely with the Temperance and that Knight of Swords. Next we have, my day is a blessing and a gift that I will not waste. Take time to enjoy being with your family, going on picnics, going out in nature, and being inspired by nature. Next we have, the thought of facing the day fills me with confidence and positivity. And that is very beautiful with that Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like that your work is paying off. Something that you have been working on is ripening. And next we have, shoot for the moon. And if you miss, you will still be among the stars. How beautiful is that with the Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles? The Ten of Pentacles being the stars, and the Lovers representing that emotional feeling good. And the moon represents our emotional body. So shoot for your highest emotional peak. If it feels good, it's the right thing for you to be doing. And then we have, I enjoy being surrounded by others. And that is beautiful with this Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. There is great fulfillment here. And the Chariot could be a little bit of travel. The Eight of Swords could represent a little bit of fear with travel, but you can just travel short distances. And that can be walking or driving, going somewhere for a nice little picnic with your loved ones, and being inspired at this time. At the bottom of the deck, we have my mind, body, and soul are fit and strong. And that goes beautiful with keep your heart open and seeking healing, releasing anything that is causing you to tighten up in your body. Notice where you are tight in your body and seek to release that tension, and you will find peace. So, this is your reading pile one. I hope you enjoyed it and that it resonated with some aspect of your life. Until next time, take care and have a blessed full moon. Hello, pile two. If you were drawn to the clear quartz sphere, welcome to your reading. We're first going to look at your 3 moon oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the tarot. And we begin with meditate. Okay, this Capricorn full moon could be a perfect time for you to go out under the moon and meditate while you are absorbing that beautiful moonlight. Next, we have moon cycles with patience, and meditation does take patience, and it also helps us to learn to be patient. And then we have the full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Okay, maybe there is something in your life that has upset you or excited you, because emotions can go in many directions. Aries tends to be impatient and can get angry easily, but it also has a great deal of energy. The Aries energy is the beginning of the astrological wheel, so it's that spark of fire that gets things in motion. It can also have to do with frustrations with leadership, because Aries does start the astrological wheel. So let's dive deeper into this reading with the tarot. And meditation and being patient with yourself as well as others can certainly help you to cool your emotions. So let's see what the tarot have to say. And we begin with the moon. Okay, the moon is you're not able to see everything. Things aren't as they seem. And there could be things that you are not aware of. And the moon does represent our emotions, and you might want to be careful not to let your emotions get the better of you. So if there's a situation that you have really strong emotions about, regardless of what emotion you are feeling, whether it's anger, love, peacefulness, or just uncertainty, this moon card is kind of adding to that uncertainty. Next, we have Justice. This is a card of balance, and meditating can certainly help you to find your balance. It could also be that there is a situation in your life that is causing an imbalance, that is moving you emotionally. And with this Mercury retrograde occurring during this full moon that will last until July 23rd, it might be a good time to reflect and relax and find your own inner balance. Next, we have the Six of Swords. This is a card of moving away from the choppy waters into the calm, healing waters. So this is asking you to seek a calmer situation where you can balance your emotions. Next, we have the World. The World is a card of recognition, being honored, being recognized for your input, for what you are doing in the world. And we have three high arcana cards here right now: the Moon, Justice, and the World. And then we have the Ace of Cups. This is the healing cup, helping you to find peace, patience, meditating. And for some of you, this can be a spiritual card as well. And this is asking you to find your inner peace. Let's get some clarifying cards here for you. And we have on the Moon, we have the King of Wands. This is interesting because the King of Wands does represent leadership. This is inspiration. And it could be that stepping back gives you an opportunity to see the bigger picture and become inspired so that you have ideas. The wands represent our ideas, our inspiration, and what are the possibilities of doing with those ideas. On the Justice card, we have the World. Well, we have the World over here too. And I feel like that you are setting an example for others, and you are being recognized for the example that you are setting. And this King of Fire, this King of Wands, is really quite beautiful because it does put you in a position of leadership to set a good example. And for some of you, I feel like that maybe some of you could be doing a class in meditation that is focusing on cooling the emotions, how to deal with anger. On the Six of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is movement forward, and the Wheel of Fortune is bringing change. So if things have been going really well, there could be a change in things going even better. Or it could, with that Mercury retrograde, there could be something that you need to kind of backpedal and review. On the World card, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, this is someone who's stuck in their fear. Are you afraid of being recognized for the good things that you are doing in the world? Some people don't like having the spotlight put on them. Uh, a lot of people don't like standing up in front of people and giving a speech. And that could be where cooling your emotions. Maybe what you're feeling is this stress and being stuck. And I feel like that you don't be afraid to accept the recognition that others are showing you. And the Ace of Cups, we have the Star. This is wish fulfillment. And this is really beautiful because I feel like that this wish fulfillment is going to cause your cup to overflow with joy. And maybe that's an unfamiliar emotion for some of you in feeling that joy. And some people, when they feel like things are going so well, it's almost like they're waiting for the other shoe to drop, for something to go wrong. And that could be where you're feeling that tension, like, okay, things are going so well, and what is going to go wrong? What am I not seeing here? And that is a perfect time for you to step back, be patient with yourself, and meditate. Allow yourself that time and space. Okay, let's get you an Earth Magic card. Okay, and we have for you lightning, power. Okay, are you afraid of your own power? I know that some people can be. At the bottom of the deck, we have river with movement. What are you going to do with your power? You're meant to move forward. We have the Six of Swords with that Wheel of Fortune, and it is much easier to go with the flow than to go against it. And I feel like that is also true with your power. Embrace your power. Go with the flow. Okay, let's get you a magical spell card, because it's always fun to do magic. And with this full moon, it is about manifesting. And this full moon in Capricorn, because Capricorn does represent business, discipline, and maybe that is something that you need a little more of in your life. Okay, we have strength. I like this, power and strength. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina. I empower. You are able to handle your power. You are strong enough to move up in the world, to be recognized. Don't be afraid of that. The bottom of the deck, we have harmony with 27. As I create, I will share. Harmony divine with love and care. So be kind, be generous where you can. Let's get you some pearls of wisdom for some positive affirmations that I hope will guide you. Okay, we have, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Is that what you are afraid of? Because the moon here is, you can't see everything, and you can't do everything on your own. So you might want to find some other people, maybe someone that can guide you in meditation. There are plenty of guided meditations on YouTube that you can explore and find ones that resonate with you to bring balance into your life. Next, we have everything is possible. The impossible just takes longer. Then we have I can go with the flow. And that is confirmation to that river card, as well as that Six of Swords. Go with the flow. Those choppy waters want to push you into the calmer waters where you can be patient and that power can flow. Next, we have, there is nobody better to get the job done than me. Okay, this is typical of Aries. If you want a job done right, do it yourself, but also realize that you can't do everything on your own. Sometimes we need to seek advice. Sometimes we need to give ourselves a break so that we can allow new ideas to flow in. And then we have, I do not need other people for happiness. Okay, so maybe some of you do prefer to work alone. That doesn't mean that you still don't need, I feel like what this card is saying in that you don't need other people for happiness is that you don't need the validation of others. You validate yourself. That is your strength and your power. And it could be that maybe somebody around you is kind of poking at and showing you this isn't right, this isn't good enough. Not everything has to be perfect. At the bottom of the deck, we have my progress is always moving forward. That goes beautiful with that Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, and I can go with the flow. So don't let other people slow your progress. If you have people around you that are causing you to doubt yourself, that could be that Six of Swords and this Moon card, because we have the King of Fire on this Moon card and your soul light. You have the stars to navigate you in that darkness so that you can stay on your path. So I'm going to end your reading here, pile 2. I hope that you found it helpful. It certainly is powerful, and there is power in meditation, and being patient with yourself can build that strength for you as well. So until next time, take care, and may you have a blessed Capricorn full moon. Hello, pile 3. If you were drawn to the opalite sphere, welcome to your reading. We are going to look at your 3 moon cards first. And we begin with the Moon Goddess and Higher Power. Next, we have Mindful. So I feel like that you're being very mindful about your higher power. You're aware that your power is rising. And then we have the full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Now this is really nice because we are in Cancer season. Capricorn opposes Cancer. And so I feel like that this may take until Capricorn season, but you are going to be growing your powers. You are going to become more mindful. And look, we have 3 full moons in your cards. So let's dive deeper into this reading with the tarot. For some of you, I feel like that as you dissolve your fears, and I feel like that you are doing some mindful work in accomplishing that, and as those fears dissolve, it clears the blocks and allows your higher power to flow through, and you are finding your flow by being in the current moment. That's what mindful is. You are mindful of the present. Okay, we begin with the World. Okay, there is a lot going on in the world, and it can certainly stir up a lot of our fears that are within us. And we may not be aware that those fears were there until they get disturbed. But it's being brought to your attention, and you're meant to be mindful of that so that you can work on dissolving that. Next, we have the Tower. This is a positive card in this situation because with this higher power, we have the lightning bolt, divine intervention that is bringing you to your foundation. So I feel like that you're meant to come back to your foundations, to the basics, and simplify your life so that you do have more power. You're not distracted. Next, we have the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful because your 10 cups are full. This is your bliss. This is feeling fulfilled. And I feel like that there are many things in the world that are good. And you may have to just clear away some of that negativity, clear away your fear so that you can see the goodness that you do have in your life. Sometimes taking a walk in nature, standing out in the sun or beneath the moon, and feeling that energy of the planets, of the heavens, feeling the power of the earth below your feet. The earth has been here for a very long time, before humans. And just as earth and sky have been here longer than we have, we can recognize the wisdom that resonates with us in nature. And nature will give you signs for you to contemplate and be aware of. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can be a card of fear, especially around finances, uh, a fear of letting go of what you have. Even if you are trying to invest in yourself to grow more. And with all these butterflies, there is transformation that can occur. Don't hold on too tightly or it will slip through your hands. That could be about dissolving your fears. Think of when you hold sand in your hands, the tighter you try to hold on to it, the more will fall through your fingers. Next, we have the Chariot, moving forward with confidence. You are in the driver's seat, and he has this canopy of stars above him. The sky's the limit for you. This could also be calling attention to the stars. What's going on with your natal chart and the transiting planets? We do have Mercury going retrograde in Cancer. We have this full moon trining with Chiron in Taurus. And we have Jupiter entering Leo. That's a lot of energy shift. And I feel like that the Tower is calling attention to that. And with Jupiter in Leo, this is really beautiful energy because Leo is ruled by the sun, and your light is expanding the world, recognition, leadership. And I do feel like that this Tower is clearing out your fears, showing you where your fears are and where the flaws have been and why certain things are crumbling And rather than holding on tightly to something that is crumbling, let it go and come to your basic foundation. That is where your higher power is going to grow from. Okay, let's get you some clarifying cards here. Okay, on the world, we have the Ace of Wands. Inspiration. You are inspired. You're letting the world inspire you. On the Tower, we have the Four of Cups. Okay, this is a card of disappointment. And certainly with the Tower card, we can feel this disappointment. But here the universe is bringing you another cup. You have learned lessons from these other three cups. Perhaps these, for a metaphor, each of these cups hold a different ingredient, and the cup that's being brought to you is meant to mix with these, where you can actually make something out of it. So this cup that is being brought to you is meant to bring you good cheer. You have learned some very important lessons with those disappointments, and you are being encouraged to try yet again. Don't hold on to those fears. On the Ten of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. Okay, the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, remembering the past, and perhaps with the Ten of Cups, with the Six of Cups on here, you are taking hold of an opportunity that you missed in the past, and it's being presented to you again. And this time, you are meant to accept it. The Six of Cups is an energy of give and take, of emotions, receiving help where you need it, receiving kind words to encourage you, to inspire you. And sometimes with our disappointments, we can find new inspiration and discover something that we always wanted to do from your childhood, because the Six of Cups is about reminiscing in childhood. Was there something that interests you in the past that you weren't able to explore further? Well, now is the opportunity to be inspired by that and recognize that, because the world is a card of recognition. On the Four of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups. This is a card of grieving, letting go of those fears, letting them dissolve. These three cups are spilling into the ocean. And yes, be mindful of your emotions. If you are feeling sad, release that. Your tears are going to dissolve your fears. And with that Four of Pentacles, maybe that's what you've been holding on to, is old sorrow, and you're meant to release that. On the Chariot, we have the Hierophant, the teacher. You have learned your lessons well, and you're not letting them hold you back anymore. You're actually ready to move forward calmly. The Hierophant is a teacher. The Hierophant is associated with organizations, institutions, the church, spirituality, and maybe you are meant to embrace your spirituality and let that Spirit fill your 10 cups, fill you with bliss, so that there is no more room for fear and despair and sorrow. You've released them. You're ready to take the reins of wisdom and drive your chariot to wherever it is you want to go. Okay, let's get you an Earth Magic card. And we have for you DNA, karma. Maybe the fears that you are feeling is generational fears, ancestral fears, and you're releasing them. And by doing so, future generations, you're breaking the cycle. The bottom of the deck, we have music and harmony. You're finding your own rhythm and harmony, and music could be very helpful for you at this time. Music can be very helpful with your meditations here with the Hierophant, finding your rhythm in the chariot, finding your flow in the world. You have a lot of cups in this reading, and the cups have to do with your emotions. And with this Four of Pentacles, I feel like you may need to question, what emotions do you have around money, around success? What were you taught as a child? You are meant to go after your bliss and be inspired and find your success in a peaceful way, but also in a confident way. So let's get you a magical spell card, because it's always fun to do magic. And the full moons represent manifestation and illumination. And this Capricorn full moon, because Capricorn is about business, money, discipline. And we have safe travel. And I like that with the chariot, because the chariot can represent travel. Keep me safe and let me roam, far away, but bring me home. And with that music and harmony, it's always good to have some good road music as you are traveling. And then we have 11. Oh, I like this, because we have 22 and 11. Two master numbers. And you might be seeing repetition of numbers. So with this passion, passion, rise up high. That is your higher power. Inflame my purpose, reach the sky. And we talked about that as well. So we're going to keep that card. Oh, and look what's under that. Prosperity. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. Okay, let's get you some pearls of wisdom to conclude your reading. And I do feel like that you are meant to follow your passions. Maybe you have fears around travel. And certainly when you do travel, it's very important to take care, especially with what's going on in the world today. I am content. I like that. Find your contentment. Be in the moment here now. I will not let others impose their limitations on me. And I do feel like that is where your fears are. That other people have imposed their limitations on you. And this Tower card is showing you that with divine intervention. Next we have, I will speak with confidence and self-assurance. Here we have the Chariot and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is usually head of the church on the traditional tarot, the Pope. And speaking with confidence and self-assurance is going to inspire others, letting them know that they're okay in themselves and that everything will be okay. I am loved and I am wanted. Okay, with that Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, maybe some of you have been dealing with some rejection. And this is part of coming into yourself and finding your contentment. I take responsibility for my success and my failures. Well, success is built on many failures. Don't think that somebody, oh, I'm going to try this, and they were automatically successful. Success is built on failures. You learn from those mistakes, and even from the big mistakes and our disappointments that can knock us down emotionally. Yes, grieve those losses, and you still have something to work with this Four of Pentacles. And maybe you have to go back to the drawing board, but you are still holding on to the big dream. And yes, maybe it has changed a little bit. At the bottom of the deck, we have, I desire to learn new things. And to me, that is saying you are willing to learn from your mistakes. So I am going to end your reading here, pile 3. I hope that it resonated with you and helped you enjoy this Capricorn full moon, and have a blessed full moon, and take care, my friends.